Doing some cooking.
I noticed in that previous video that I looked kind of short when I sat all the way down on the seat.
Your neck is so short.
We have the same bike setup exactly. We ride the same bike. Same seat height, same everything. But you're an inch taller because of your neck.
Okay. Sounds good.
I like it. We're going to talk about Fischer skis. This is our product review and preview of Fischer skis, which haven't changed since last year. Same cosmetic, same construction. We're expecting to see the normal evolution that we see from Fischer, which is to say that the skis tend to get a little better every year.
I would say with the new 3D though, they've gotten quite a bit better. They've taken a bigger jump than normal
Okay.
with the 3D.
Well, we can talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
But first, let's talk about the brand.
Okay,
You're a big Fischer fan.
I am. Yeah, it's true.
Do you want to elaborate?
I tend to have probably the highest confidence on Fischer skis when I'm racing. So if I were to wax skis for a race, I'd always make sure I waxed up my Fischer skis. I feel like overall I can kind of rely on good performances on Fischer skis.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you always race on them.
You pointed that out earlier.
I did.
And you're right, that's true. Sometimes I race on the ones you work up to race on.
But overwhelmingly, if you had to pick a brand that you were going to race on, it would be Fischer.
For me, it would be Fischer.
What is it you like about the material?
Let's see, I think for the classic skiing, I like Fischer because I feel like typically I'm using 902 molds or 90L molds, and those always have a good residual camber, so I feel like they're easy to wax and then they don't feel slow, but I have good kick. I feel like with some of the other brands, sometimes it's really easy to over wax, or sometimes like I just can't wax enough to get kick. So I feel like for me, if I'm doing my own waxing, I think maybe I just know Fischer the best for classic waxing.
Yep.
For skating, I think probably I have a little old school technique, and so my turnover is not very fast, and I'm more of a glider, sort of, as much as I can.
Fair enough.
And so I feel like Fischer rewards that. You don't need to turn it over faster. And I feel like in general they're very versatile. I feel like sometimes in the other brands you have a smoking ski, but it's better in a narrower range of conditions. And I feel like with the Fischer, typically, you know, like they one ski can have a broader range of conditions. So maybe it won't be the best, but it's certainly not going to go, you know, it'll still be like a decent ski.
Right.
The other thing I like about Fischer is with my bad knee, makes it easier for me to slide around turns on downhills. I don't think I was ever a very good downhill icy technician, and it's only gotten worse with my bad knee and everything like that.
So specifically on the current iteration of the 610, they're a little bit the shortest wheelbase, and you are positioned fairly high on the bridge, and as you get forward, you kind of are in the middle of the wheelbase, so the ski pivots underneath the foot pretty easily compared to, say, a ski that's set up with the bridge way far out front, and you're standing way on the back of it, where trying to get the forward contact area to move laterally is difficult when you're actually pressuring the edge. So I will agree. Fishers are like,
Almost surfy kind of.
yeah, exactly. Easy to scrub on.
Yes.
By the same token, not the most edge secure.
No, but I feel like with the 3D, that edge security kind of came up a notch, and I think it needed to. Especially, I think some of the other brands have gotten quite edge heavy, and this has stepped up a little bit, but not excessively. I don't know. I find it a nice.
What does
balance.
edge heavy mean to you? It's like if a ski's too much edge stability.
Well,
what does that
like
mean?
for me, it means that I really have to dive my knees in to kind of get the ski onto the edge, because it likes to just ride straight.
Okay.
And when I do that, it really tweaks my knee out,
Mhm.
because I have that bad knee, and so it really like hurts my knee to ski on.
So Fishers are easy to find the edge.
Yes.
It's really seamless rolling onto edge. You feel
Yes.
like the ski wants to move that way.
Yeah.
And then the boundary isn't super defined. It's not like
Exactly.
once it's on edge,
Yeah.
the ski is only going to go in one direction. You can
Right.
still scrub it and steer it.
Yeah. So I feel like it's forgiving for me,
Mhm.
which I like.
By the same token, if you depend on that edge like a rail, if you want to get on that edge and have it just only go in one direction,
Then you should
Maybe
pick a
it's-
different ski. Or in really icy conditions. Like if it were
Mhm.
man-made icy conditions, I would pick a different ski.
that's what happens when you do all the talking.
I've been talking a lot.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just sitting here eating blueberries and nodding my head
Oh,
sagely,
I
like,
see.
ah,
I
yes,
see.
yes, I know what you're saying.
I see.
Is there anything else we need to cover on the Fisher stuff?
Yes, I do think
Oh.
so. There are a couple more things.
Oh, great.
So with this 3D, they took out, I believe, one layer of laminate that used to be able to, you used to be able to drill through with bindings with
What?
screws, and they took that out.
It's not laminate. It was like peanut butter. It was like glue and sawdust that they smeared into the core
Okay,
so that the little holes in the air core
okay.
had solid material in them to hold the screw threads.
So they removed that
It's gone.
layer, whatever you want
The
to call
goop, the peanut butter.
it. Okay, but so they lightened it. So you definitely notice a little lighter ski. I feel like the gliding sidewall itself is pretty gimmicky, but it does have, I don't know if it's that or something else, but there is, a step up in edge security, which we have talked about.
Yep.
And I feel like the other thing is they feel a little faster than the last go around. Like they feel better. Like we tried some really good skis. I feel like they feel a little more lively than the last go around, and I don't know why that is.
Okay.
But they feel a little more energetic, and they were running faster than the last round of Speed Max. When we tried them head to head, some
They have.
really good series, these were faster.
Right. Our best skis from last year that we saved
Yeah.
to test against this year's skis just weren't as good as this year's skis.
Yeah, which in my mind, they did a great job. They made a big step forward in terms of making those steps forward in the ski technology.
The other notable change that I think is worth discussing is that when Speedmax Classic skis first showed up to replace the carbon lights as the top tier product, and that happened, 14, 15 is when they started really coming up. 15 was the first full production, I think,
Yeah.
of Speedmax Classic. The 812 camber sucked. Reliably slow. I mean, there were some good ones,
Yeah.
but by and large, they were reliably terrible. We had no good luck on those at all, and we really depended on the carbon lights to carry the classic load at that point. The 902s were pretty good, but they were hard wax skis. They certainly couldn't hold clister unless you picked a really, really high HR value. That has evolved tremendously, like a huge amount. Not only have the skis across the board gotten better, the 902 has become more of a clister ski, and we have to work a little harder to use it for hard wax the way we always have. But at the same time, the 802, the 812 camber, has gotten really good.
Yeah.
To the point where in the last couple of years, the 812 cold skis are maybe some of the best I've ever seen. Like really good. And in general, we've ordered a little more and put people on 812 a little more than we had been previously, where we're almost always leaning on 902. I think the 812s have definitely come back into play for race purposes in a way that they were really missing for a while.
And do we have some in 197 length
Yeah,
for 130 pound lead?
we do. Perfect. Anything else?
I think that's good.
That's good. We got it. Got it.